Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Whenever you're watching this broadcast, we are here again with another update. I earlier and gave everybody an update on a young lady, Miss Taylor Rose. Rest in peace to that young lady. Very sad story, as with a lot of these stories. Very sad story. I know what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to skip the countdown and get right into it because I'm kind of somewhat of emotionally drained of all this stuff that's going on. And plus, my job is fooling around with our money. We supposed to get paid today, but we still ain't got our own money for some reason. I don't know why. I don't like that at all. I got things I got to do. So we still ain't got our own money. Some reason, but they say you supposed to get it this afternoon, but the afternoon and passed. It's almost evening now. Still ain't got it, so I don't know what's going on with that. But they come on with that though. Quit playing with us on that one. You gonna have a lot of people that gonna walk off on y'all, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys. As always, children lives matter, and we're going to do a little update with the West boys. As we all have heard now, that there's no bail. And also with that, there's no bail. These jagoffs pleaded not guilty to the story. How about that? But then again, should we be surprised, that they pleaded not guilty to this story? Should we be surprised? Everybody does a dirty deed and say, I didn't do it. No, I didn't. Till the evidence comes up and say that you did do it. Sometimes when the evidence come up and say that you do it, they go ahead and confess. But then even though with a lot of them, when the evidence comes up, they still say they didn't do it. Right, Dominic, it happens like that, but I'm thinking about that one because I had plans with that. I gotta get these bills paid. Now the bills ain't gonna be put on hold now, goddamn it. They come on down with it now. The bills ain't gonna be put on hold. They come on with it. But as I was saying, people, even with the evidence to come out say that these jackoffs do it, some of them still say, I didn't do it. I don't care what the evidence say. I did not do it. All right. But this is a strange story. Heartbreaking story, but this is a strange story because a lot of people want to know what came out to lead to the arrest of these two assholes. These are the two biggest pussies I've seen in my life. Even though Jack Ashley does have a pussy, but she's still a pussy in a bad way. Everybody want to know, what did they come up with to put these suckers behind bars? I would like to know that too. What did they come up with? However, it was a long time coming. And that time has come. So, Trezell West and Jack Ashley, what did y'all do to these boys? Well, like I told y'all in my last stream, I heard is allegedly that they had the children do it, which I mean, that's crazy right there. I like, if that's anywhere near true that they had these children do it or they participated in it, then this story is more sinister than I thought or than we thought. Amen. This story is more sinister. And there was more going on behind them closed doors than what we imagined. There's a lot more that's going on behind this story than we imagined. And Jacqueline Trezell is more of a devil than we thought. If that is true, that they put these children up to doing that. But I just can't see them children just killing them. Maybe participated. They were forced to participate. I just can't see them killing them. Although with a lot of these stories, you can't put nothing past anything. But I just don't see that. Them kids killing them. But who knows? Who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. I'm going to go forward, then I'm going to go backwards because yesterday I didn't get to do a live about everything. So we're going to go with this. They pleaded not guilty. Then we're going to go on back, So let's go.
For tuning in to 23 ABC News at 11. Morning, thanks for tuning in to 23 ABC News at 11. I'm Hobman. Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West, appeared in court this morning to be arraigned on 2 counts of second-degree murder in a case that's drawn national attention. 23 ABC's Taylor Levesque was at the arraignment this morning and joins us now in the live center with more on the proceedings. Taylor, what did you learn?
Both Trezell and Jacqueline West both pleaded not guilty to all 5 charges this morning. Judge Chad Louis said, quote, there is clear and convincing evidence that both defendants are a significant and substantial risk to public safety and set no bail. The judge also granted a request from the prosecution for sealing the probable cause declaration and offense reports. In addition, the prosecution also requested a gag order, which was not granted today. A new hearing has been set for March 8th to discuss that request and allow for.
Look at them 2 pussies right there. Look at them. 2 of the biggest assholes I've seen in my life. And I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious, even though it sounds like I'm trying to be funny, but I'm dead serious. These are the 2 biggest pussies I've seen, and God knows when. You adopted these 2 children, all right? They did nothing to you. Probably did everything you 2 assholes asked them to do. But apparently that wasn't enough. And whatever y'all chose to do what to these children, guess because y'all got tired of them and y'all killed them. I want to say this, guys. Please, y'all got to remember with these stories. If it's multiple children in the picture and only certain ones come up missing, that should be a dead giveaway. Okay? And that was another dead giveaway for me. If they got these children means more than 1. And I think it may have been a total of 6 or something like that. I could be wrong. I can't remember the number. Y'all refresh my memory. But however, though, you got multiple children in the house and only certain ones come up missing. That should automatically tell anybody anything that they did something to them. So always remember, if you hear another story like this and there's multiple children involved and only specific child or children come up missing, it's them. It ain't nobody else. It ain't nobody came in and abducted them. That's bullshit. They did it. Okay? They did it. There's no way in hell Classic and Sincere are the only 2 that came up missing, but the other children unharmed. All right? Anybody who believes that, you a dumbass. I'm sorry. Anybody who believes that can happen, you a dumbass. There's no way just them particular children gonna come up missing. And you gonna believe that. Fuck out of here with that. Seriously.
Regarding the sealing of the grand jury documents. The trial is scheduled to begin.
Look at him. Boy, I tell you the truth. What Grandma and Great Day you say to us, y'all? Why I tell you the truth.
Scheduled to begin on May 23rd. We also spoke to a member of the boys' biological family. Following the hearing, we'll bring you their reaction and more coming up today at 5. In studio, Taylor Levesque, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Right, Dominique. Even if it is the case, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I guess that's a good name. I guess that's a good name for him, So I call him Trezell West and Jacqueline. All right, because they going to hell, and they both are asses. All right, so it's Trezell West, or should I say to hell West? Maybe we should call him that. And Jacqueline West. Okay, that's their name. Cause both of y'all going to hell. All right, y'all might not get the death penalty. Cause I think down in California somebody said, and I think NPU was one of them. Somebody else said it too. That down in California, the death penalty, they got it like on a hold right now. So they don't have the death penalty down there. So me personally, they still gonna get off easy with this because nobody can do to them what happened to them children. And I wish justice can be like that. Your penalty, sir or ma'am, was gonna be whatever you did to them children, we're gonna let them come back and do it to you. We're gonna let the jury come do it to you. Amen. Now, if that can happen, I believe a lot of crimes like these is gonna simmer down. If it ever comes to a term where they say, I tell you what, here we're gonna do our deliberations. Fuck the paper, fuck going to the in the room, decide who's guilty or not. We're gonna take these some of my bitches to the place or places that this stuff happened, and we're gonna let all 12 of y'all get your goods in and do to them what they did to the children. Bada bing, bada boom. Cause why should they get it easy when the children didn't get it easy? Amen. Why should they get a life sentence? They still get to live. But these two boys are gone. So why not? Why not? Right, Skeet. Right. Take your mask off and face your prison. Facts. So even life is too easy. Let them feel how them boys felt when y'all did what y'all did to them. And if you do survive whatever they did to you, then maybe you'll think twice before you do it to another child. Amen. I say this to every last one of you motherfuckers out there who killing children. If they can have something like that, I promise you, y'all stop hurting these children. I guarantee you will stop. Because you will see how that shit feels. Let 12 jurors stab you in the places that you stabbed a child. Let you see how it feels. Let the 12 jurors cut off limbs off your body or whatever you did to a child. Let you see how it feels. Let 12 jurors take a hold of a gun and shoot your ass where you shot your child at. Let you see how it feels. It's only fair. It's only fair. And I don't even incite violence. But when it comes to shit like this, I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair. Let them feel what them children felt, what you did to them. Preach. All right. Let's continue. Oh, that was the end of it. Sorry.
Hobman.
Okay.
Trezell.
Sorry. That was the end of it. So, but then again, here they go. Not guilty. We ain't did it. When all the videos everybody has done and everybody who was boots on the ground, we all see different than what the story that they have given. And you mean to tell me these jackoffs still gonna come out and say we had nothing to do with it? So what y'all gonna do? So let's just say what it is, if that is true, that the children did this to them, or whatever. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna blame it on them? We did it. They did it. The other kids did it. Y'all gonna do that? Is that what y'all gonna do? I wonder if y'all really gonna roll with that narrative that the children did it. I really want to know if y'all gonna roll with that and try to say it's the children that did it. But here's the thing, though. The children had to get it from somewhere. So that means either y'all coached them to do it or y'all showed them what to do. Children mimic what they see. They repeat what they hear. Let me say that again. They mimic what they see you do, and they repeat what they hear. We all had done it before because we was children. And the reason we thought it was okay because we saw these grown adults do it. That's why we thought it was okay. But the thing is, we would get in trouble. What they say, you can't do what we do. We grown. You children. Well, at that time, we couldn't speak our mind, but if we could, we probably would say, well, we just doing what y'all doing, stop doing it in front of us. But of course, you said that you might get hit in the mouth, so I'm just saying, yes, we are kids, but if you know in your mind we are children and you doing all this horrendous, God knows what you're doing in front of your children nowadays, then you can't get mad at them for mimicking what they see you do. All right? So stop doing it in front of them and they won't do it. Amen? All right. All right. Then I forgot about the gag order. I don't know why they doing that, but they on March the 8th, I guess they going to try to get a gag order on this. I don't know what that all about, but they're going to try to go for it. Yeah, Cat, them children ain't did nothing. I don't think them kids did anything. I don't think they did nothing. So I don't know. Somebody sent me to a YouTube channel last night. That's how I heard it. They said, Chris, they saying that the children did this. I said, who is saying this? I'm not gonna repeat the YouTube channel, but I'm pretty much sure I know where y'all heard it. A lot of y'all where y'all heard it from. And they told me to go listen to it. And I heard, I was like, okay, if this is what it's saying in the papers, or this is your theory or may have happened. I don't see it. Now I'm saying it's not possible. I'm not saying that at all, because we have done stories over here where a child has killed somebody. But with this story, I just don't feel that they did that. Again, unless they was coached to doing it. That's the only way I can see it. That's the only way I can see it. Unless they were coached and they were shown what to do. So, I don't know. Look at this. So look at that. I ain't no sense y'all looking like that now, partner. But I do wonder though, if that RV have not got pulled over, would they have got away? I wonder that. If they had not got pulled over, would these two have gotten away? Somebody saying they saw it in an indictment. You saw what indictment? That the kids did it? Okay, I got the indictment. I'm going to read it in a minute. I got the indictment. 15 months after they stood in front of their California city home begging for help finding their two young adopted sons, Trezell and Jacqueline West on Thursday pleaded not guilty to murdering the boy's death. The West entered a not guilty plea to 2 accounts. Okay, somebody just said something about check page something. I'll look at it in a minute. The West entered not guilty pleas to 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willful cruelty to a child, and falsely reporting an emergency. They was arrested Tuesday after being indicted by a grand jury. Judge Chad Louis ordered them held without bail and scheduled trial for May the 23rd, but given that defense counsel has only just been assigned, the date will likely be postponed. Trezell West is represented by Timothy Hennessy, Jacqueline by Alexia Torres Stallings. Prosecutor Eric Smith asked that all offense reports be sealed and gag order issued borrowing attorneys. Investigators and witnesses from publicly comment on evidence. Louis granted their request to seal the offense reports, and a motion on the gag order is scheduled for next week. Prosecutor said the boys Orrin 4 and Orson 3 were killed 3 months before they were reported missing. Their bodies had not been found. Now, I can believe that. I can believe that. I can believe that they were missing way before they was reported. I can believe that. Trezell, 35, told authority boys were playing outside while he gathered firewood. And man, that's the lamest story I ever heard when he said that bullshit. That's the lamest shit I ever heard. He said he briefly went inside, and when he came back out, the boys had vanished. Jacqueline West, 32, backed up his version of events when speaking with the media. Yes, you did. Prosecutors, however, say information received a week later led to involvement of the Bakersfield Police Department, which eventually took over the investigation for California City Police. Thus, a search was conducted as well as digging at sites in Bakersfield and California City. And you know what? Again, I'm happy to see this, but at the same time, if anybody like me, you still kind of sad because no bodies have been found. All right? It's still saddening because the bodies have not been found. And I think that's one thing that everybody want right now, at least for the bodies to be found. And I guess it'll ease everybody once their bodies have been found, okay? So yes, this is a good thing that we're hearing for all them boys' bodies so they can get a proper burial. Okay. Check page 5. Let me blow this up. And it says as follows. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West induced a minor to commit or assist in the commission of the crime within the meaning of California Rules of Court 4.421A5. All right. All right. So, but see, I said that though. I said unless they was coached into doing it. So by reading this, it sounds like that's what it was. They probably coached them to doing that if it was them that did it. And I also say you leave no stones unturned with that. So it is possible. I just can't see it, but it's right here in my face where they said it is alleged. Well, y'all got to think about that word too, alleged. Now let's not forget that word, alleged, that this what happened, alleged. All right, so let's not forget that word. But however, right here on page 5, circumstance and aggravation, it said it is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West induced a minor to commit or assist in the commission of the crime. Y'all two are some asses. Y'all are some assholes. And some sick son of a bitches. And some sick son of a bitches. Y'all some assholes. Y'all really are. Y'all really are. Them. So, man. That is sick and twisted. That is sick and twisted. Right, ski rambunctious. And you know what? That's the reason why I guess a lot of people had a problem when he said that, rambunctious, because of this right here. I don't think too many people picked it up when he said that at first, rambunctious. I didn't even know what the hell the word means when he said it until I looked it up. Pretty much, it's like, I guess, a bad child or something in so many words. It's a child, they child just get into everything and shit like that. But again, with these stories, you do have to ask, rambunctious, what made them so rambunctious that y'all had to kill him? And Miss Wanda, you know, I haven't spoken on you much, if I spoke on you at all. But I'm gonna do it tonight, man. So we're gonna get your little fame over here as well, since everybody else bring your name. Let me bring your name up too. That's your son. All right, that's your son. You got on there and said you seen him on Thanksgiving or some bullshit like that, or whatever the case may have been. And I kind of took up for you because I felt kind of bad when people came in front of your house and did the shit that they did, which, again, I don't recommend that at all. I don't like that shit. But I will say this to you, ma'am. There's no way in hell you're going to convince me or anybody else that you did not know that these boys was gone. I refuse to believe that. And y'all know what I say in my shows a lot of times. When it comes to moms and dads and all that, they don't want their son to look bad. So a lot of them will protect them. They will. And I guess it's a motherly nature that they will do that. But you would think, even you as a mom giving birth to a child, you would say to Trezell, son, I love you, but I don't want no part of this shit. Keep that shit away from me. Get the hell away from me. Get the hell away from me. I don't want no part of it. I don't want people looking at me upside my head talking about I had anything to do with it. Unless you come out with some hardcore proof that says that you didn't know, maybe I believe it. But right now, I don't believe you did not have no knowledge of what's going on. All right? So I won't be surprised if they come after you next. I won't be surprised at all. They come after you next. So, ma'am, if you did know, please do us a favor. Go ahead and turn yourself in and talk about it. Go ahead. Go talk about it. Go tell them what you know. Make it easy for everybody. All right? Make it easy for everybody. And that's all I got to say to you. That's all I got to say to you. There's no way you did not know. There's no way in hell you did not know. I don't believe it. All right, Miss Dees. For far as I remember about the story, that's all she was worried about was the other boys. She don't. I don't really hear her talk much. I didn't hear her talk much about the West boys. To be honest, I didn't hear her talk much about them, unless there's some things that I have missed, and there probably is a lot of stuff that I did miss. All right, but I just don't believe it. I remember that they had all that trash and shit in the backyard, and one of the seats was removed. I think it was in the backyard too. I remember all this stuff. I do. I remember all that. I remember all that. Typically, with an innocent parent or grandparent fruit, nope, they won't. Nope. But you know what Trezell them said? You know what Trezell them said? Or the cops told us to stay in the house. It ain't safe. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but if I'm saying my child is missing, and I'm putting a word out there that my child is missing, what y'all people say out there, who gonna stop me? This little new phrase y'all say now, who gonna stop me? Ain't nobody gonna stop me from looking for mine, especially if I know I ain't did anything. Amen. If I know I ain't did anything, who gonna stop me from looking for mine? Nobody. Nobody. So the cops can tell me all day, don't go out there because it ain't safe. Man, dude, fuck you. All right? I deal with them. I deal with them when I deal with them. My child is missing. But they claiming the cops held them back, so who knows? Who knows? Jenna said Wanda babysat the other 4 boys so she could play out her stupid story. It's real out here, people. This shit getting real. It's getting real. Anyway, guys, let me take this time and see who all up in the chat room. Let me shut y'all out real quick before we go any further. Nita, what's going on? Good day, Tina. Gina, what's going on? Yvette, she said, I wonder if one is still saying her infamous words. You got it right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sea Turtle, what's going on? Opal, what's going on? Sandy, what's going on? Sarah, Miss D's, Win News Gossip, Queen Wallace, Sherry, Love Christina, how you doing? MP, hey, beautiful, how you doing, lady? How you doing? Tanya M, Kathy, Lisa, Dawn Michelle, what's going on? Down under Crying Talk, hey, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? Skeet, what it do? Last call, what it do? Miss 476 said Midnight Green. They was burning. Oh yeah, I remember the 2 people said they burned stuff in the backyard. V Lynn, what's going on? Diane Lopez, what's going on? Yvette, what's going on? How you doing? Midnight Green, what it do? Crafty come lately. Crafty come lately. All right, what it do? What it do? Curl Smith. Curl Smith, big shout out to you because you don't give a damn what time of the day it is. If it's an update coming up, you gonna send that shit. You don't give a damn. You don't give a damn. You gonna send that shit. But I appreciate you though. I appreciate you. Olivia, what's going on? Tina Powers, what's going on? Who else I'm missing up in this joint? Jolene, what's going on? You back in the building. How you doing? Latosha Griffin, hey dear, what's going on? Shit, a lot of y'all over here. Dominique, what's going on? Let's see. Solanum, what's going on? If I said that right. Sophia, what's going on? Shelly, what's going on? There's a lot of y'all up here. I think that's it. I think now. Stephanie, what's going on? Stacy, Terry, Rita, what's going on? Dang, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of y'all. I can't. You know what? Fuck it. I can't keep up with y'all. Fuck that. Nancy Copeland, how y'all doing? Look, all of you up in the chat room, just good evening to all of y'all. I can't keep up with all this shit. I can't. That's just too much. But if Gordon Ship, all right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't keep up with all y'all. So y'all just keep on chatting. I can't keep up with y'all motherfuckers. I can't. Welcome to the show. Every last one of y'all, welcome to the show. All right. But let's continue because they say the neighbors have reacted. So a lot of stuff that I missed, guys. So that's why I'm going backwards. So let's go. Right, Nessie, I can't keep up with all y'all. Fuck it. Just good evening to all of y'all.
All right, Christian, thank you. Now, as news of the arrest spread across Kern County today, reaction was swift in California City, just doors away from the West family home. 17's Marco Torres went to the neighborhood to speak with neighbors about this tragedy.
California City is one step closer to getting closure on the alleged murder of Orson and Orrin West. I spent the day talking with neighbors of the adoptive parents now accused of killing the boys. In less than 24 hours, word spread across the county of the indictment accusing Orrin and Orson West's adopted parents of murder. The news reaching neighbors from the...
How many of y'all are good at reading body language? Because I remember when I first started covering this story, I noticed a lot of people kept coming in my comment section and they was talking about his body language, how he got his hands like this. You know, and that's another thing I think that bothered a whole lot of people is he giving an interview how he just like his hand fold like this, like, man, look, I'm gonna give these folks this story. Man, they gonna believe this shit, man, because we got this story played out, homie. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing in front of the camera just like this and tell the story. And that's what he did. He didn't move his arm not one time. He was just like this. I was over there, I was chopping wood, okay? And I got the wood, and I took it in the house, and I came right back out, and the boys was missing. I went back and told my wife. I went to look in the house, and I went and told my wife. And after that, we called 911. We called 911. The whole time, he like this. We called 911. And I got in the van, and I circled around the neighborhood. Okay? And I didn't find anybody. I didn't find anyone. So I called 911. When we saw the video, you got in the van and ran around the corner and came right back, you dirtbag. You ran right around the corner and came right back.
Reaching neighbors from the home the boys supposedly lived at in California City. District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer said the boys were murdered 3 months before they were reported missing. That would mean they may have died before the Wests moved to California City. That doesn't surprise some neighbors, though.
I'm hurt. The children been dead way before they was, pronounced missing. That truly is sad, bro. That's sad. And then people get what they deserve. All day rot in hell. They deserve that.
The next door neighbor said Trezell and Jacqueline kept to themselves. Now all the neighbors say the couple acted secretively. One neighbor who regularly walks in the neighborhood for exercise says,
and look like he cocky with it. If you look at it right there, don't he look cocky right there? He look cocky as hell with it. And you can't see his face behind the mask, but he just standing looking cocky as hell. I mean, at least in my opinion, just look at him.
Neighbor who regularly walks in the neighborhood for exercise says the Wests only ever went out at night. The neighbor also says the Wests parked their large white RV in front of their garage, so it was difficult to see people coming and going from the house.
That was a tragedy for all of us. For all of us. Even that most people here, they never seen the kids. They didn't know the kids.
All the neighbors I spoke with say they've never actually seen the boys. Some of them even saying that they think the boys have never even made it into the city.
Heard that? I remember when I was covering the story then. A lot of people kept saying with the neighbors, they saying that, as a matter of fact, the lady who I had, Miss Brenda, who I had an interview with, I think even she said that the neighbors out there saying that we never seen them. We never really seen them. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, y'all help me out because this story been going on for 2 years now. Didn't they say that not only they didn't see the West boys, but they didn't really see none of these children outside? All right? They didn't see none of them outside.
Now, as records become more public, we'll be sure to update you on our website at kget.com. In California City, Marco Torres, 17 News.
the neighbor said they need to go to hell. Brother, I couldn't have said it any better myself. You took the word right out of my mouth, but yeah, I've been saying that though. You go straight to hell. Now those are neighbors right there. Those type of neighbors. And then I want y'all to think about something else too. If anybody thought about this, y'all noticed that not too long after all this stuff started breaking, they moved out their house. They moved out their house. After all this shit just started coming out, they instantly moved out this house. And from my understanding, they ain't been too long just got the house. From my understanding now. But as soon as all this unraveled, they left this house. They left this house. Now, right, Athena, there. That pretty much what his body language said. You know what, man, First of all, man, I'm telling y'all something, man. First of all, bro, this is what happened. He might wish he did like that, man. First of all, man, this is what happened right here, bro. I about there chilling. Man, I said, man, it's cold as hell out here, man. I want some wood, so I'm gonna go chop some firewood. And shit, I'll try to get the house warm. It's the Christmas holidays, you see what I'm saying? But, he had to convince everybody that he didn't do anything. So, but I think a lot of us saw straight through that bullshit. So, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. So yeah, he had to try to convince everybody that he had nothing to do with it. So, and anybody who got common sense, that's the key word, common sense, you would know that was a bullshit ass story that he told. And y'all notice, if I remember, Jacqueline wasn't saying much in the interview. She was just looking, rocking back and forth like she got to piss. I bet you did have to piss because you were nervous. Y'all was wrong. You rocking back and forth like you had to piss all through that interview. And you didn't say nothing to it at the end. And then when you started talking, it's like everybody started clowning then. Everybody started clowning. Because you're an idiot. That's why. You're an idiot. I would rather you go in the house and don't say nothing. Let that food talk. At least in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna go back some more because I saw some on here. They saying a new question, and I find this quite interesting. I haven't heard it, but y'all probably have heard this, and I'm probably gonna look at the chat room and see what y'all say about this one that I'm finna play. So let's go.
The Kern County grand jury indicted Trezell and Jacqueline West.
We have two small boys that we believe are no longer here that are dead. It's the murder of two innocent children.
For the murder of Orrin and Orson West.
And there will not be a resolution until these boys are brought home.
There will be justice for Orrin and Orson.
A good Wednesday evening to you, and thanks for being with us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Tammy Melchak.
And I'm Jim Scott. Thanks for stopping in this hour. New developments tonight in a story we broke last night on 17 News at 5. The arrest of the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West. The two little boys first reported missing from their home in California City back on December 21st of 2020. Many of the missing pieces in this case started to fall in place over the last 24 hours, and today the Kern County District Attorney revealed new details in the murder indictment handed down yesterday, along with the news we had all feared would be coming.
17's Christian Galeno joins us live outside the Kern County DA's office with the shocking revelations. Christian?
Jim and Tammy, well, the fact that knowing that little Orrin and Orson West are actually dead is tugging at the heartstrings of many in the community, and it's that exact same community that prayed and searched for months for the two missing brothers. Tonight, they're directing their anger towards adoptive parents Jacqueline and Trezell West.
14 months ago, Jacqueline and Trezell West stood in front of their California City home and pleaded with the community to help search for their missing adopted boys.
And that's all I want is to find a baby. You understand? And I hit a bunch of corners. I went down this street. I turned my light on. I searched. I called their names.
You a fucking lie, dude. You a fuck. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not. You got it. Let me shut up, man. Play the video. Let me shut up.
But hearts now in the name of Jesus.
For more than a year, the community prayed the boys would return home. They searched and raised reward money. Little did they know authorities had already uncovered a huge piece of the case.
The investigation has revealed that Orrin and Orson West are deceased. The investigation has also revealed that they died 3 months before their adoptive parents reported them missing.
This is not the outcome that we and so many had hoped and prayed for over the last year. This is not a resolution in this case. And there will not be a resolution completely in this case until these boys are brought home.
In the past 24 hours, several charges were filed and both parents were arrested. Hours before that arrest, Trezell West was tracked down by 17 News at a post office in Edison. Witnesses report seeing him take off in an RV that was found Tuesday evening about 17 miles west of Bakersfield. That is where the arrest took place. For more than a year, worried people all over the country have asked, where are the boys? Now, a different question.
The question is now, where are the boys?
Hold up. I don't mean to stop this, but I just saw that redhead lady out there. I forgot what her name was, but that lady was jumping on panels to panels on the YouTube stuff. And I think people was welcoming her at first. And then somehow I heard people say she just started going nuts. What is her name again? Some of y'all know who that motherfucker is. That lady with that red hair I just saw. I remember when somebody first saw her, she was jumping on panel to panel to panel. It was cool at first. I don't know what the hell she did, but everybody saw like this motherfucker losing her goddamn mind. One of y'all, somebody say who that motherfucker is. I forgot what her name is.
Bodies, we want to be able to bring them home and, give them a proper burial.
Have the bodies of Orrin and Orson been found? And the answer to that is no.
Many more questions still remain.
Yes.
Are these the only arrests that are going to be taking place in this case? Is there plans to bring in anybody else or to arrest anybody else involved in this?
If I had those plans, I probably wouldn't tell you, but I can't tell you anyway. It's a good question. I don't mean to be trite, but I'm not going to comment on that.
It's painful for the family. These are kids that didn't even have a chance in this world. So I'm just, I don't know.
The little to no words that the biological family are left with are sending a strong message to Jacqueline and Trezell.
Do the right thing. If y'all couldn't do the right thing before, do the right thing now and tell us where they are.
Now, that news does come with much heartbreak for the biological family, and they've informed us within the last hour that they've decided to organize a last-minute candlelight vigil tonight at 6 o'clock at the Liberty Bell in downtown Bakersfield. We will be there bringing you live coverage as well during our 6 o'clock hour, so make sure you tune in as well. For now, reporting live in downtown Bakersfield, Christian Galeno, 17 News.
That's her name. It was Shannon. I don't know where Shannon came from. I just know she started popping up on everybody's YouTube channel. Everybody was welcoming her. They were bringing her up, talking to her, whatnot. And next thing you know, I look up, everybody going at her, talking this motherfucker crazy. She losing her damn mind. She was saying shit that she didn't know what she was talking about. And all this. And I'm just like, that's why I say, y'all got to be careful who y'all bring y'all platform, even me. You gotta be careful who y'all bring your platform, man, because everybody ain't got their good intentions for your platform. So people come on your platform and try to hurt your shit, So I don't think she hurt anybody's platform, but I think eventually she did her own YouTube channel and it just went crazy from there. It just went crazy from there. It did. All right, so wow. What up, teammates? I see you in the building. Trezell, I see you in the building. What's going on? Boss, appreciate y'all getting them bots up out of there. I don't know where the hell they coming from, but they doing it to everybody though. It's not just me. They doing it to everybody in the chat room. They just pop up out of nowhere. I don't know how the hell they do that, but they just come in. And most of them be promoting porn, so you got to be careful with that. So don't just delete them. Report the page and say it's unwanted or sexual material. Whatever their first one is, that's what I put on there. But it be bots on there advertising porn. You want to go porn, you want to go watch porn, get out of my chat room and go to your personal computer and cut that shit on. Ain't no porn over here. So, BAP said, I wish they would address the boys by their birth names. I don't think many of us are that shocked that this is the outcome, but still heartbroken. Fly high, babes. Bab, you know what? It's interesting that you say that because I never really called him Class and Sincere till now. I always called him Orson and Orrin. So this is the first time I really started calling them that, Class and Sincere. So I can agree with you a little bit on that. I can agree with you a little bit on that. You know, but the thing is though, it's like once you start hearing those particular names, it kind of sticks in your head. Orson and Orrin. Orson and Orrin. It kind of sticks in your head, you know. But Roro don't say that. She says their name, Classic and Sincere. And that's the good thing that she does that. So this is the first time I ever just really called them that, you know. So but I agree with you a little bit on that. I feel you on that. And you know what, that too, you know, a lot of y'all was asking a question like, why when he got them, he changed their name? What was that all about? What was that really all about? And I guess I'm just curious. It don't really mean anything, but hold on, guys. I gotta take this phone call. Give me just a minute. All right. I had to take that. Sorry about that. I had to take that call. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing right there. You know, what made them change that name? You know, why they couldn't just keep their name to Sincere and Classy. All right. Somebody said the bio mom tested dirty. Yes, I think Crenshaw, when she came on my show, that's one thing that she did brought up that because I saw a lot of people saying that too, that Mama Dean was a weed head or something like that. And that's one of the reasons why she lost kids, other than they say it was a broken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, am I saying this right? It was a broken femur. One of them had a broken femur, a broken leg or something. I don't know all these medical terms, you know, but somebody had a broken something, and it was just a whole lot of stuff that was going on, the reason why she lost the children, you know. So the story was going crazy from the beginning, if you ask me. If you go all the way back to how everything began before it even came out to the media, the story already was going crazy. These boys' life looked like it was already going to shambles. All right? It seemed like their life was already going to shambles already. And no knock against Mama Dean. I'm just saying, you know, it just seemed like there's just a lot of stuff that's going on. And it looked like, you know, they, either way it went, they won at a good place at the time. What it sounded like to me, I don't know. But that was put out there. Something about weed and one of the children had a broken femur and things like that, you know. So it's crazy. Okay, I said it right, femur. Yeah, he had a broken femur, you know. And then yeah, you're right, Enick. Yeah, then she came out and said, I had nothing to do with that because I was at work. My child was in the hand of the babysitter when that happened, you know. So man, like I said, it was just a whole lot of shit. It's just a whole lot of shit that's just going on, you know. So yeah. Either way it go though, nobody should have to lose their children though. Yeah, that nobody had to lose their children though. That's crazy. So again, I mean, a lot of people throwing shade at the mom. And I just say this: everybody's entitled to feel how they feel. Everybody's entitled to feel how they want to feel. We can't knock nobody for that. But I would say this though: she ain't the one that killed her children. All right, so she may have lost them for whatever reason why they actually took the children away from her. But she ain't the one that killed the babies. All right, can we all agree with that? She ain't the one that killed her babies. All right. Somebody text me say, "Can we call them Sincere Classic?" You don't have to text me to ask me that. I mean, that's what you want to call them. Call them that. That is their birth name, so I ain't got no problem with that. Call them that. You ain't gotta text me for that. If that's what you want to call them, Sincere Classic, I got no problem with it because that is their birth names. That's their birth names. You know, I'm just used to Orrin and Orson, so you ain't gotta ask me that. If you feel more comfortable calling by their birth name, hey, this is a cool chat room. I got one of the most mellow chat rooms on YouTube. And call them what you feel, as long as they ain't disrespectful, okay? But if you feel like you should call them by their birth name, I ain't got no problem with that. Do it. Do it. All right? Do it. All right? Somebody said, yeah, but still, because she trusted a babysitter and felt like it's small. Not. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Athena, I don't even know what to say today, what you just said. But that is A1. I don't know how that's possible either. I really don't. You quick to take them away. And it seems like as soon as you take them away, you so quick to put them in a home of evildoers. And how many times lately over here that I have done a story and CPS was involved? The last few stories I've done, who was involved? CPS. CPS. DCFS. Whatever name you want to call it, it still goes in the same category. Child Protective Services. Keyword is protective. Where's the protective at, though? But where's the protection at? Child Protective Services had a hand in these stories. And what we're hearing lately, people, they've been getting calls to go out there. When they go out there, they don't see shit. So they leave. They get another call, go out there again, don't see nothing. So they leave. Their third call be the third and final call. The child is deceased. And then CPS is getting involved in the investigation. How fucking ironic. How ironic. Now, I'm not a CPS worker, so I don't know exactly what they do doing CPS work. But even some of you have to step back and say, as a CPS worker, why we keep going out here, we don't find nothing, but we get that final call, they dead. Where are we dropping the ball at? And if you're the one that was on the case, ask yourself, where did I fuck up at? What rock did I not turn over? What door did I not look behind? What bed did I not check under? And now the child is gone. Now y'all want to investigate it. Well, what are you investigating, though? That's what I want to know. What are you investigating once the child dies? Somebody said, has it started yet? Has what started yet? You talk about the live. I've been live for almost an hour now. Somebody tell it is what it is. If they, and so I thought I cut off that damn rewind. That shit must be still on. And this is why I cut off that DVR, because of that right there. So it must be on. If they asking that question, I've been live for almost an hour. So I don't know. I don't know. Tracy, I think I read that earlier. Somebody told me to go to the Exactly Direct page to look at that, and it says in there that Trezell is alleged that he had the minors doing something to the child, to them boys. Okay, Dom says, so it's not on. You say you couldn't rewind. Okay, so I thought I cut it off. Okay, she said she had to go out and go in for the sound. Okay, I finna say, shit, I cut that damn thing off every time I go live. All right? Because I don't want people to come in and ask about something that I talked about 20, 30 minutes ago. Okay, it'll throw the whole program off. So I just ready y'all go back. And there's nothing against y'all. Nothing against y'all at all. But y'all have seen it, as I talked about it. Y'all seen it. And somebody would come in and say, hey, who we talking about? Who you need to make sure you put your name in the title, put that name in the title so we know who you're talking about. And it be already right there. It's right there big as day. It's right there. So no shot at y'all. I just turn it off so y'all won't do that. And whatever y'all miss, y'all can go back and watch the replay. Amen. Amen. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I'm going to play, which I know I love these. I don't know why I'm infatuated with these, but the press conference that I missed. Now I'm going to say this. I have not heard none of this press conference other than the little bit that I just heard playing this right here. But now I'm finna hear the whole thing. And I know a lot of y'all heard it, so I'm going to be watching the chat room, see what y'all say. And I can imagine how gruesome this is probably going to sound. All right? So for the first time, I'm finna hear the press conference. All right, now get ready. Wait, where my sound at? Oh, please don't tell me I didn't download this without the sound.
Period of time, the California City 2020. Good morning. My name is Cynthia Zimmer. I am Kern County's district attorney. I have information about Orrin and Orson West, the two young boys who were reported missing from California City 14 months ago. On December 21st of 2020, Orrin was 4 years old and Orson was 3 years old. Their adoptive parents in California City, Trezell West and Jacqueline West, reported to the California City Police Department that the boys had disappeared from their backyard. The California City Police Department began a search for the boys in the area around their home. After a period of time, the FBI joined in the search, as did the California Highway Patrol and search and rescue from the Kern County Sheriff's Department. The community also came out to assist in looking for the boys, but to no avail. They were not located. 1 week later, crucial information came to light that necessitated the involvement of the Bakersfield Police Department and the Kern County District Attorney's Office. Law enforcement worked diligently, hundreds of hours in the next 12 months, looking for the boys. This morning, I'm saddened to announce that the investigation has revealed that Orrin and Orson West are deceased. The investigation has also revealed that they died 3 months before their adoptive parents reported them missing. However, I am pleased to announce that this week, the Kern County
3 months before they reported missing. 3 months. And when I hear that, it reminds me of another story that I'm covering that y'all may have heard. Cody Bisbee. How many of y'all been following that story? And I'm kind of thinking that's the same thing that's going on with him. He's been gone way before Corey reported him missing. But let's continue.
County Grand Jury indicted Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents, for the murder of Orrin and Orson West. The indictment charges 5 counts. The first count is
Vicky, I like that. I might make Jesus Christ. I might make a logo saying that. I like that.
Murder. Charges them both with murder, with the victim being Orrin West. The second count charges murder, with the victim being Orson West. The third count charges felony child abuse against the person of Orrin West. The fourth count charges child abuse against the person of Orson West. And the fifth count charges false report of an emergency. Naturally, the first 2 counts carry the most time in state prison, murder. It is charged as murder in the second degree. That carries 15 years to life, but with 2 victims, the potential penalty or the maximum possible penalty, if convicted, is 30 years to life for each defendant, Trezell and Jacqueline West. Now, the grand jury indictment is a formal charging document, and we followed a process in charging them before the grand jury, and that was the district attorney requested that the grand jury convene to hear evidence regarding an indictment that we presented them. The district attorney's office then presented information to the grand jury, and the grand jury found there was sufficient evidence to hold Trezell and Jacqueline West responsible for these murders, and they returned what was called a true bill. So oftentimes we call it they were indicted, but what they did is returned a true bill on the indictment. Department 1 Superior Court judge issued warrants for the arrest of the defendants, and they were arrested last night at about 7 p.m. in Kern County. They are currently in the Kern County Jail waiting for an arraignment on the indictment, which will be tomorrow. There will be no preliminary hearing in this case. because an indictment is a substitute for a preliminary hearing, and this case will proceed directly to trial. The announcement of an indictment in this case probably raises a lot of questions about the facts of the case and what you and the public would like to know. I'm not permitted to go over the facts of the case in this case, but there is something that I'd like to discuss because the facts of the case are to be what we produce in the jury trial, because we want both the prosecution and the defense to have a fair trial in this case. However, one of the questions that I'm sure you would like to know is, have the bodies of Orrin and Orson been found? And the answer to that is no, they have not been found. However, I would like to emphasize that the fact that law enforcement have not found their bodies does not preclude a murder prosecution. As a matter of fact, there have been many hundreds of what we call no-body homicides prosecuted across the United States successfully, and even no-body homicides have resulted in murder convictions in Kern County. I'd like to introduce the people who are standing here with me today, who have been crucial in bringing this case forward. Eric Smith is the person to my right here. Eric Smith is the supervisor of the homicide unit at the DA's office. Next to him is Bryant Estep, also a homicide prosecutor in the DA's office. And these two gentlemen are the people from my office who presented the evidence to the grand jury. And this grand jury hearing began 3 months ago in December of 2021. Mr. Smith, would you like to come say a few words?
On behalf of my...
And let me say this right here. Let me say this right here. Get you on up out of here. I don't want you over here. Let me say this right here. You know, I lost my train of thought, guy. I am so sorry. Shit. I lost my train of thought. When I get it back, I'll say something.
Myself and, of course, Deputy District Attorney Brian Estep. I would like to thank the allied agencies who worked tirelessly throughout this investigation. That includes also the Kern Regional Crime Lab and also the DA investigators in this case. Kern County law enforcement worked together at first in an attempt to locate Orrin and Orson West. And as that continued, it turned into the investigation into the disappearance and ultimately the homicide of the two boys. The lead investigative agencies, Bakersfield Police Department, California City Police Department, they worked tirelessly throughout the course of this over a year since this occurred to follow up on leads and complete the investigation. Investigation that was continued even throughout the grand jury hearing. The indictment itself took approximately 3 months. Over 50 witnesses testified during the course of the indictment. Much of those witnesses' testimony was extremely emotional as it related to this case, but that's to be expected from a case that involves the murder of 2 innocent children. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. To my right, to my left, are 2 chiefs of the lead agencies in this case that did most of the work. Bakersfield Police Chief Greg Terry and California City Police Chief John Walker. Chief Terry, would you like to say a few words?
What?
Thank you.
Shit, I thought he retired. Well, damn. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. This is not the outcome that we and so many had hoped and prayed for over the last year. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of Orrin and Orson, who, with this news today, their worst fears have been realized. I want to express my pride and appreciation to our homicide team, who invested so much personally and professionally to find the truth in this investigation. We now...
Somebody said Jack Aslan had a newborn baby. Is this true? I just seen somebody in the chat room say that. And I don't think that's the first time I heard that. But if somebody can confirm that, I would like to know. Really don't make too much of a difference, but I would like to know that.
I realized that the search for the boys began after the real tragedy had already occurred. But it is the work and diligence of the investigators, our partners, California City Police Department, the FBI, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and many, many other law enforcement agencies, community members, our own community members, and members of the public.
Oh, it's a rumor?
That diligence, that refusal to give up is why we are here today.
It really don't.
I also want to express my appreciation to our district attorney, Cindy Zimmer, for her leadership and for her commitment to the safety of our families here in Kern County, no matter how difficult the case. We also would not be here without the teamwork and support of the district attorney staff. They provided invaluable support to our investigators, a perspective and advice and counsel along the way. And again, we would not be here without that support as well. And the last thing I would say is this is not a resolution in this case. And there will not be a resolution completely in this case until these boys are brought home.
Thank you, Chief Terry. Chief Walker, would you like to address the audience?
Good morning. Thank you for being here. Let me emphasize, first and foremost, this is a tragedy, an absolute tragedy. It was reported in my city that 2 small boys could be killed by their parents. But I do have to say how proud I am of my department from the second we got the call until we brought in so many resources, and we're very grateful for that. But the second we got the call, we were on scene. We began to work it and look for these kids. And we had so many agencies involved, Kern County Sheriffs, the Search and Rescue, CHP came with their helicopter to help us. But the citizens of Cal City came out in numbers to look for these kids. And it began to grow to the outlying communities and eventually across the nation. We were getting people who were interested and they wanted to know where these kids were as well as us. And then eventually Chief Terry and the Bakersfield PD came in to help us out, and they've been instrumental to make this happen. So I want to thank all those people again for helping us to try to come to some kind of resolution with this. But again, the bottom line is we have 2 small boys that we believe are no longer here that are dead, and that's terrible. But and again, I want to thank the district attorney, Cindy Zimmer, for being brave and diligent to push this forward and actually bring this case to the surface. So we will push forward. We haven't given up, and we'll continue to give them any kind of help that they would need in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Walker. While the defendants in this case, Trezell and Jacqueline West, are presumed innocent, the securing of a grand jury indictment is a major step in ensuring that there will be justice for Orrin and Orson. This case has tugged at the heartstrings of people in my office and in law enforcement and in this community. It is a horrific tragedy that these precious little boys had to lose their lives. But I want to thank everyone who was involved in this case, the law enforcement officers. It must have been so difficult for them who searched for Orrin and Orson, the community members that came out and helped search, and then the community members that just continue to care about what happened to them. So if you have any questions, that's the end of my comments, but keep in mind there are...
Sorry, guys. I had to ask this. I had to go get up and check on something real quick. Did I miss anything important that John Walker said? Did I miss anything important? All right. Somebody let me know that. Did I miss anything important? Do I need to rewind it? Did I miss anything important? And I know y'all, it's going to be a minute for you. It's probably be like 30 seconds for y'all to get there, what I just asked y'all. Did I miss anything important? If not, then I just go ahead and keep it going, keep it pushing. Tracy said nope. Miss D said nope. Okay. All right. Well, guys, who y'all came in the beginning of the show, my money just came in, so I'll be paying bills while y'all sitting up, while I'm listening. So I'm gonna get these bills taken care of. Whew. Thank you.
Restraints of as far as what we can talk about prior to the trial in this case.
Well, let me try something.
Thank you. I think he had his hand up first.
Thank you, District Attorney. How can we confirm that the boys had died 3 months prior to their reported disappearance if bodies haven't been found? Can you kind of explain how that works?
No, I cannot, but I can tell you the facts in court will show that we were able to prove that to the grand jury that the boys have died, that they were murdered. And we did that through a combination of direct and circumstantial evidence. And the grand jury was convinced that they were dead. Thank you.
Given that you say that they died 3 months before this was reported.
Hey, Monkey Mom, what's going on?
And the fact that Trezell and Jacqueline lived in Bakersfield and then moved to California City.
Sifa said it's a poor thing your father's case. Well, okay, well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Chief Walker, do you believe, can anybody say whether Orrin and Orson were ever in California City to begin with?
Mr. Gaspar, that's a good question, and that's something we're going to answer during the trial.
Can't say more than that.
We cannot go into the facts of the case.
No!
As far as...
we gotta wait to trial to hear that? No! I want to know that right now. Son of a bitch. I want to know that right now.
Trying a case without a body because since I assume you don't know where the boys are. Is that right?
We don't know where their bodies are. That's what I said.
Okay. So you don't know where their bodies are. What will that present kind of a difficulty in trying this case without a body? Public out there has at least some that I've run into say, well, they can't try somebody without a body. How are they going to do that?
As I explained in my earlier statements, no body homicides are tried all the time. And we have evidence that was sufficient to convince the grand jury, and we have sufficient evidence that we believe will convince a jury that they are not alive. And we have evidence.
Have you tried a case here without a body before in Kern County?
Yes, we have tried to successfully, at least that I know off the top of my head. I have those names, the Leonard Bryce Thomas case and the Daniel Rhodes case, successful murder convictions. And there may be more, but those are two that I can remember. Yes.
Can you talk a little?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm upset about that. I really wanted to know that. I really did. I thought that's something that they probably can say, but Robino 500 said they only get one shot. And I guess I understand that. They can't blow it, you know. But damn, though, I would like to know that. Did they make it to Cal City? Was they even in Bakersfield? I want to know that. But unfortunately, all of us got to wait on that. Except for them, they already know. Shit.
About why second-degree murder in this case rather than first?
No, I cannot. I can't really.
Me too, KPR. What evidence do they have? I'm curious about that too.
Discuss the theory of liability in the case because that would involve the facts.
Okay. And then also, I'm so sorry, one more question. Can you talk a little bit about why you guys decided to go down the grand jury route and attain that rather than the average procedure?
We try, I've done over 20 grand jury indictments myself throughout my career. It is something that we commonly do on homicide cases, which involve calling live witnesses. And also sometimes we do it because there has to be a little bit of starting and stopping regarding scheduling. A preliminary hearing is continuous. You don't have start and stops. And at a grand jury hearing, you can do 2 days of testimony 1 week, 1 day, so there are a variety of reasons that we considered in this case. And a lot of, if you look back on some of our high profile homicide cases, most of them did go to grand jury. Yes.
We have unconfirmed reports
that a white RV was pulled over by law enforcement yesterday at Highway 43 and Highway 58. And some were saying this was possibly where Trezell and Jacqueline were taken into custody. Are you able to confirm that? And also, near Potomac Avenue, the neighborhood where Trezell and Jacqueline have been living with his parents after they moved back from California City, there was a helicopter with a searchlight going over around, I want to say 7, 8 o'clock last night. Can you confirm that that was looking for Trezell and Jacqueline?
The defendants, Trezell and Jacqueline West, were taken into custody last night around 7 p.m. by the Bakersfield Police Department in western Kern County.
How did that happen? How did you find out that the Winnebago that was there? We had spotted it earlier in the day in Edison, and then it was the same Winnebago that you guys found yesterday. How can you say what tipped you off that the Winnebago was there at Enos Lane and Highway 58?
No. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
What does this say about like the vetting and background process for adopting parents here in Kern County?
Ma'am, it's not the job of the district attorney to talk about those types of things. It's the job of the district attorney to look and see if a crime was committed and bring those guilty parties to justice. Yes.
Are the defendants cooperating, and have they admitted to any wrongdoing?
I can't discuss. That is absolutely prohibited. Any type of statements by the ethical canons that attorneys are required to follow. I won't comment on the evidence specifically. I won't comment on statements. Yes.
Jesus Christ, these are some good questions, man. They cannot answer. Oh, it's gut, it's cringing. Oh my God.
Arrests that are going to be taking place in this case, is there plans to bring in anybody else or to arrest anybody else involved in this?
If I had those plans, I probably wouldn't tell you, but I can't tell you anyway. It's a good question. I don't mean to be trite, but I'm not going to comment on that.
Smart mouth.
Yes.
I do have one more. We do know that Orson and Orrin were 2 of 4 adopted kids. They also had another 2 biological kids. Any idea of the whereabouts of the other 2 adopted kids and the biological kids as well? And were there any signs or prior signs of prior abuse in the household with the other 4 kids?
I'm not able to discuss that, but it's not like the other 4 are missing. They are in the care and custody of the Child Protective Services. Yes.
Were Trezell and Jacqueline West under surveillance for a considerable amount of time before you made an arrest?
I cannot answer that. I mean, I know, but I shouldn't be answering that. Yes.
Have you spoken to the biological parents of Orrin and Orson since you learned of this news? And if so, what was their reaction to this finding?
Well, Mr. Smith has had contact with some of the biological family in this case, and I would have to defer to him about that. Our office, grand jury proceedings are secret. They are confidential. They are not to be revealed until after an arrest is made in this case, and in any case. So we will, now that there has been an arrest made, we'll be able to talk to the family of the victims more so, but even before that, we weren't able to really go into detail with them, although I can tell you we have had contact with the family.
Was it a unanimous vote with the grand jury to bring forth the indictment?
I don't think that's something that can ever be revealed. I think that's confidential information in the hands of the grand jury. I can tell you that there was sufficient number to do it, or it wouldn't have been a valid indictment. But whether it was unanimous or not unanimous, I don't know, because they don't tell us.
Can you say which legal counsel will represent the suspects?
They will be arraigned tomorrow in court, and if they cannot afford counsel, they will be appointed, or if they want to retain counsel, they can do that. So we don't know. We won't know in the criminal matter who their attorneys will be until tomorrow morning.
How do you guys plan to bring this news to the biological family? Obviously, you know, we're saying you guys have given confirmation that both boys are diseased as well, but there's no concrete evidence showing this. It sort of feels what's been going on for almost the past year, where the family and the community has sort of been left without any answers. And that constant question has been brought up, where are the boys? And I mean, you're saying there's concrete or, confirmation that they are deceased, but
I like his question.
how would you guys?
It's called a jury trial, sir.
Okay.
That's where we will prove that they are deceased. And we have, and the grand jury has already found that they are deceased, and we have presented evidence that. As far as the news that went to the biological family, I think the news did that last night. I think you were out at the scene with biological family before we were even had the defendants in custody or had an opportunity to do this press statement today. So as far as news to the family, I think that, I think they already know.
Question.
Yes. And just a couple more questions, please.
Could you talk a little bit about the sentencing for the other two charges, the willful cruelty to the child? What's kind of the average for that as well?
Well, what that term carries is 6 years. Okay. Correct, Mr. Smith? 6 years.
And would that be changed because there's 2 counts of that, or for each defendant?
That's kind of a complicated sentencing question. You look to see at the conduct supporting the homicide charge, and you take what's called it's a determining sentencing, whether or not you get any more time on the child abuse cases counts if they're convicted on the murder. Kind of depends on the facts and circumstances.
Okay.
I have a question for the Chief John Walker. You did submit your resignation recently to the department. To resign as chief of the California City Police Department. Can you give us a reason, why you decided to resign from the department?
Good
your
question.
plans?
I like to know that
So
too. Good question.
I think that really has no bearing on this. So, I'd like to stick to the subject, but yes, it's, I've been there for 2 years. I've done my best, and it's time for me to move on.
Are there any more questions? One last question. Yes?
I know you can't say how the boys were murdered. I understand that. Can you say if you believe you know how it happened though?
No, I can't say anything like that. We are prohibited from going into the facts of the case. And obviously we know what the facts of the case are. I can't go into anything further than that. And just invite you to cover the trial in which the facts will be produced. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for your excellent questions. I hope I was able to answer them to the extent that I could. You all have a very nice day.
Thank you.
You gotta like the fact how John Walker shut that shit down quick. Dude asked about his retirement. Chief Walker shut that shit down quick. Hey, you know what? I ain't even mad at him. He shut that shit down quick. But then again, he's telling the truth though. I agree with him. He said, hey, this ain't really got nothing to do with this. I want to stick to this, So I can't knock him for it, but I can't help but acknowledge the fact how he got asked that question. And he shut that shit down to the grins out. He shut it down. All right? He shut that shit down. So, wow, crazy. That's a lot of information that I missed yesterday. I didn't get to see this yesterday, but I'm glad I was able to listen to it tonight with y'all. Y'all have been a good sport. Y'all have been a good. Whoa. What did Nick say? Hold up. I don't know why was that deleted. I don't know why was that deleted. I don't think they said nothing wrong. I don't think, shit, what was I going to say? You say you could, what? I mean, well, I mean, I didn't see nothing really wrong with that, but Yeah, I didn't really see nothing wrong there. Yeah, I mean, you could have let that ride though. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Because you never know what might turn up. To be honest, you might not know what might turn up. But I hope that's not in it. I hope that's not. But yeah, I understand where he come from when he said that. He said, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me, dude. Let's stay on this. Yeah, let's just stay on this. Me retiring. We can talk about this some other time, But then, in other words, I guess Chihuahua was saying, ain't none of your business why I retire. I'm a grown man. I can do that if I want to, right? But at the same time, though, even with that, I think a lot of people just curious about, how everything coming into place now. After he announced his retirement, not everything is falling into place now. So it do look kind of, I don't want to say shady, but it's just something that makes you think. It's just something that makes you think. Now that you mention it, not everything falling into place. But this was a very interesting press conference, and one of the main things I want to know too, which I seen a couple of y'all mention in the chat room. And just like the person said earlier, they only got one shot. Now that they said that, I'm thinking about this. If you ain't got the body, man, I'm praying that y'all don't fuck this up. I'm praying y'all that this don't get fucked up because of that body. I don't know how big of a role this is California that the body is going to play because they ain't got it. But the guy asked a good question about the body. You don't have any confirmation. And I think a lot of us is scared of that. You ain't got no confirmation that they are dead. Then what? So I'm kind of scared about that part. I'm scared about that part. So I just hope that they haven't gotten this far, and that when the trial day do come, everything just go to shit. I hope not. So let's keep hope alive on that. And also let's keep hope alive that they do find the bodies. They do find the bodies. They will make it even more pleasant. Then we can get them. They can get them boys again a proper burial. They can. All right. So I am afraid of that, but I'm gonna keep hope alive that they're gonna get this solved. I'm gonna keep it alive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for y'all before we get up out of here. And thanks for everybody joining me tonight. I appreciate every last one of y'all. All right. And if you have any thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up for your boy. I got a question. Who do y'all think gonna turn on who? I see a lot of people saying they think Jacqueline gonna turn on Trezell. But could it be a possibility that Trezell turn on Jacqueline? Who knows? But what are y'all thoughts on that? Who do y'all think who gonna turn on who? I would like to know what y'all think about that. Who do y'all think gonna turn on who? Because it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. But who gonna turn on who though? Who gonna say who did the most and try to make themselves like the better person in this? All right, who do I appreciate that? Robino 500 say I love your show. All right, well I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Usually people who come in for the first time, they do like it. So that's one thing I can't say about this one. Vicky said she thinks she gonna turn on him. Tracy L said Jackie on Trezell. It is what it is. Said the children. Well, that's okay. I'll take that answer. Queen said they're gonna turn on each other. Yes, 2008 said Jackie gonna turn first. Lakeisha said she don't know with the children being involved. LaKendra said Trezell gonna turn. Hey, Asia, what's going on? How you doing? I tried to email you back again, but it came back and said it wasn't delivered. I don't know what's going on with your email. But she said Trezell gonna turn on Jackie because she did it. That's my opinion. Okay. Pinata said Jackie on Trezell. Jacqueline would turn on Trezell. Dylan said. Bap said he is too cocky. I think she would speak first. Okay. Didi, yeah, I know you're gonna answer this. Well, you haven't answered it yet. Wait. Didi said everyone is so focused on Trezell, but Jacqueline is dark and evil. So are you saying Trezell gonna turn on Jacqueline? C Turtle said if either does, she will, although they could try blaming each other. That's probably what ended up happening. The man up above, what's going on, brother? Tay said they have separate lawyers already. I think they do. Ooh, Asia said she did it, he finished it. You know what? That's a good ass answer. They probably have. Yes to that, it said she already claiming it according to word on the YouTube streets. Well, you know, a lot of time, man, you can't take word on YouTube street because, you know, folks like to throw shit up out there, so I can't just take the word on YouTube street. But anyway, even with that, though, everybody's entitled to your opinion. Just like I asked y'all this question, y'all entitled to y'all opinion. Queen said the kids will get the truth to the top. They have no reason to lie. Piata said, like the cupcake lady, they admit. Okay, all right. Winning Gospel News said, blame him. It's about who got evidence and receipts. That's true. It is. Support with Steph said, I think they are going to play Trezell and Jacqueline against each other without that. You think? Shit, you think? S. Hagen said, I think they will both be quiet with the idea that there is not good enough evidence. Good answer. I like that. Good answer. I like that. Love Christine said, Jacqueline already been acting shaky. Okay. Lisa said, plea deals for location of the bodies. I like that. Not exactly what I asked, but y'all still give some damn good answers, though. KPR said, if they had evidence, don't matter who turns on who, they both going down. Well, damn. Okay. As you said, Jacqueline. Queen said, children are innocent. Yes, they are. Who else said Trezell? Trezell had once a Tina Egan, so he looks bad now. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Tay said Jacqueline did it. Didi said, I believe the kids turned on them and they will be a twist on both of them. Shit. Well, I guess most of y'all answer my next question then. And my next question was going to be, how many of y'all think the kids are talking? How many of y'all think that the kids have talked? That's how they came up with this. But I think some of y'all are already saying that. But still, I know we still got some people in the bushes. I would like to know, how many of y'all feel like the kids have been talking? But now I also said this. Somebody told me that by their ages, they doubt they have talked to them. No, as above, so below. Nope, they haven't confirmed it yet. They just saying they did, but they haven't confirmed it yet. Okay, y'all throwing ones up there, so I guess they mean y'all say y'all think the kids are talking. Addie said Jacqueline killed a newborn baby. I don't know nothing about that, so that's the first time I'm hearing that, you know. Diddy said she believed Jacqueline did and Trezell covering up. Okay. The two oldest. Lisa said, yep, she think the kids talking. LaKendra said the kids talking. I heard they did. Sifo said, yes, the kids have talked. Okay. Rubino 500 said, absolutely, the kids is talking. Yep. It is what it is. Say they have, and the DA has secured evidence. All right. So a lot of y'all believe the kids have talked. Okay. All right. Y'all are a good sport. I love y'all. Love y'all to death. Y'all are a good sport. I love y'all to death. But yeah, Asia, I don't know what's going on with your email because you sent me something. It let me respond to you the first time, but I tried to send you a link to one of my lives or videos, and it came back that it didn't go through for something. I don't know what you got going on with your email over there, but check it out. No, or email me again, see what it let you go through. All right. She said, I heard they had the oldest help. It could be a possibility. Queen Water said, what did the kids say? They probably ain't gonna release that yet. They're not. But however, though, here's my thing. And this is what somebody told me. They probably ain't talking to the kids because the kids gonna be traumatized behind this, and I guess I understand that. But just look on the bright side of that, and look how when the kids do speak up, how the case moves forward. Just look at that. And if that is the case, then it's a good thing that they are old enough and able enough to speak clearly of what was going on in their house. Amen. There's another story many of y'all might not remember that I did about Nicole Amari Hall. All right, look her name up and you will hear what happened with her story. That's how her story got solved. Her siblings spoke up for their baby, and she was autistic. Her brothers spoke up for her, and that's how them people got the mom and her boyfriend. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she looked like a dude, but the mom and her girlfriend got in trouble. They was the one that hurt their baby. And not only they were hurting their baby, they was abusing their baby while she was alive. And not only they was abusing her, but they was abusing the other children in the home too. So they spoke up for her and got their sister justice. But it's sad she's not here no more. It's sad. Let's go down this hole some more. Y'all remember Brian Coulter and Gloria Williams? The story where her children were staying in the apartment with their brother dead body for almost a year? How you think they got in trouble? They finally spoke up. And the mom and her goofball ass boyfriend, who think he Machine Gun Kelly, got caught and got in trouble because the siblings spoke up for their brother. They gave the voice to the voiceless, which was their brother, because the brother can't speak because he dead. But they finally spoke up and got them in trouble. So yes, it may be traumatized to the children, but at the same time, when they speak up, look at the justice that is given when they speak up. That's why I say now, it may be a point in time where people be like, man, you listening to a child? You ain't supposed to be listening to a child. Children be lying. They don't know what they be talking about. And that is true. That is true. That is true. But it doesn't hurt to check in to what they telling you, especially if a child is being detailed to the T. It doesn't hurt to check in what they telling you. And you'll be amazed what you find out, what's going on. Especially when you got other people constantly coming to your house and they tell you the same thing again. Mama, I don't like when son come over here. Why you don't like when they come over here? Because they do this, they do that. Don't brush it off. Check into it. Especially with all these kids being sexually molested and all this shit. Man, check that shit out. And you'll be surprised what you find out. And the main thing you will find out is the home people that you keeping around your inner circle that's doing it to your children. Holla at your boy. Amen. Your own people that you keeping in your inner circle is the one that hurting your children. And you keep ignoring it because they keep coming back telling you what they doing at their house. And it's inappropriate. So it won't hurt to check into it. Even I'm not a father. Even I know that much. But it won't hurt to check into it. Because you'll be amazed what you find behind them closed doors. Amen. Just check into it. It won't hurt. Check into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank every last one of y'all for coming in and joining your board tonight. This has been an amazing stream with y'all, but at the same time, it's sad at the same time because of what's going on with these boys. But again, they are moving in the right direction. And hopefully we're going to get some justice for these boys. And shout out to everybody who was boots on the ground out there. Shout out to everybody. There's a lady I used to talk to by the name of Jamie. And I'm going to see if I can reach out to Jamie and see how she's doing and what she think about this new development. All right? Other than that, guys, y'all take care of yourself. Y'all be safe out there. And keep your kids safe. Your man, Chris Thorns. Stay tuned for more stories like these and updates. And see you next time. Peace out.